when I first started going to court, I come from the streets to being a wild motherfucker to I had a black dude that was he mentored me.
Right.
You know what I mean, like he would tell me things to do or what not to do. Right. I give you an example. I remember one time I heard somebody talking about me behind my back. Went into street mode.
Right.
And he calmed me down and pulled me to the side and just was like, yo, you can't, you can't do that, right? One of the things I understand is like, when you're dealing with the others, you just gotta outthink them.
Right.
You gotta show them like, you can't make me play the game you want me to play. I'm gonna play this game and you gonna play my game. I'm smarter than you. When you start working in corporate and you start being around them a lot, you realize like, yo, they dumb.
Yeah,
they dumb.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? And it gives you
They predictable.
Yes, like I've had to play y'all game. Y'all never had to play the game I play. I'm from Baltimore.
That's a fact.
So like y'all can't fuck with my thought process because I've been in treacherous areas. So any type of mind game you're gonna play, I'ma outthink you because I had to outthink you even to get here. I had to outthink you just to get in the building.
Nah, you're right.
So if somebody to touch my hand, one thing I understand about white people is like, especially if white people never been around black people, I understand this. They're not trying to offend you. They just curious. They never been like we are mystical people to them, right? Or we're toys to them. They something. Oh, you don't want to.
Trucking company, I can say like wholeheartedly, like it was cool for the experience, but it wasn't my passion. No, I never wanted to be a truck driver.
You just trying to get that money.
Nah, not even that. Not even
okay.
that. I wanted to create opportunities for people.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to start a business where, because we could talk about what goes on. Man, this is great for the. The whole point of starting the trucking company was to create opportunities for people, and it was and it's a non-CDL box truck, so anybody with a license, you could go quickly from any situation you in. Say you want to, you hustling, and this actually happened. This is why it wasn't a loss for me, because I was able to. One of my main drivers, he came to me, he was like, yo, he got a kid on the way. He wanted to stop selling. He wanted to get out of that. And I was able to put him in the truck, and he was one of my most reliable drivers, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to give people opportunities where it's like, as long as you have your license, I can get you in there, you know what I mean? And I'm not the Fed, I'm not the white man, so just come, let's sit down, let's build for a second, you trustworthy, and we in there, you got an opportunity.
Most definitely.
At the peak of it, we had 4 drivers, 10 MC partners, where people were like leasing my MC, so they would get their own truck, and I would let them run under my authority. And we had like 4 or 5 dispatchers. But like I said, when the industry shift started changing, the cost of freight went down and the cost of gas went up.
Right,
so the margins was getting real thin. Then on top of that, we was getting hit with maintenance issues, you know what I'm saying? Then like just little things would happen. My driver would get locked out of the truck, so we have to pay for person to come get the tow or get them out the lock, and so little things like that, which made the margin even smaller.
Right.
Like I said, it was just a perfect storm.
You ain't have like a AAA contract and then over the fleet?
Listen, and that's another thing that people walk into. So we had the first year we had warranty, but for anybody that's ever dealt with them, they try to find every single way, every single thing not to have to come out there.
Right.
So we had a warranty on the truck for little things like, little, like say, your undercarriage, something happened with your drive shaft or whatever. They would find little things that, we can't come out. No, it's not covered here, it's not covered there. So you would have a warranty, and that'd be one thing. Then the insurance is the most expensive part. You know what I'm saying? The insurance, being the first time, owner operator, and especially in Georgia, coming out of Georgia, and that's the one thing, if anybody ever wanted to get into it again, get out of state insurance, you know what I'm saying? But Georgia insurance is expensive. Our first year, we had Progressive. We had the warranty, which was supposed to include towing. So we never got the towing with Progressive because it would have made it more expensive. We already had the warranty. 6-8 months in, we realized that they was finding out every reason not to come out and get the tow. So then by that time, we had already paid money for the towing. Now we're getting the progressive tow. Once we got the progressive, you know, and then you know, that towing part of the policy, it helped out, but we had already put $5,000 up for this warranty. We called them 4 times. Not once did they come out. Not once. And then on the 4th time, they told us that we called them too many times.
Was you able to have you tried reaching out to the district manager or that covers that, or whoever's higher than the regular person you normally talk to?
Basically,
they put you in a circle.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And then after, you know, like I said, this was when we first got into it. You know, this was the first time being an owner operator. But once we got, you know, more into talking to other people and other people, they said, nah, that's what they do. They say they sell you with the, oh yeah, we cover this, cover that. But and then even when, you know, you can see this in insurance policies across the board. Like, they will find little things that will null and void their responsibility to come out. You know what I mean? It's part of their game. It's part of they get you wrapped up in the warranty.
To me, that don't make sense. I mean, for me, if it was me, if I owned the company,
they already made their money.
Yeah, but you lose money in the back end because I feel like if it was me, I'm not fucking with you no more. But if you do people right, and then you be like, I'm gonna stick with them because they doing me right.
But here's the thing though, they don't have that much competition.
They're the
we were actually referred to them by the truck sales.
So you know what that made me think then? What you're saying is it made me feel like the business to get into is that business.
Nah, you're right. That's a fact.
That's the business.
You know, it's so funny you say that because as we was doing the owner operate thing, we realized that, you know what we should do? We should get a tow truck. We need to get a record.
Yeah.
Because trucks go down so frequently, you'll make so much more money having a tow truck that can tow the big wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But again, the reason why I even started the whole trucking company wasn't so I would have to spend time on the road and spend all this time and energy. Funny enough, I had an opportunity to start a different business, and the reason why I didn't go that route is because I thought I was gonna have to put in too much time and energy. Because again, I just wanted to build something so I could give people opportunities that would bring in cash flow, so then I could focus on Rebel. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be building on top of that. The trucking company ended up taking so much time and energy and resources. I stepped away from, and you know, being part of VIP, I stepped away from the mic and the stage for 1.5 years because I had to put so much time and energy to keep this afloat. Because at a certain point, we had invested so much into it, and you know, I had to make sure I was recruiting drivers, I was recruiting dispatchers, I was getting the SOPs in place so that it would run smoothly. And you know, at a certain point, once the industry shift, it ended up being just taking a lot of energy.
What's the acronym for the SOP?
Standard operating procedure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, basically just, you know, when the driver comes in, their orientation. We created orientation for them. We created package for them so they understand. Then it was like training drivers was a big thing too. So if I recruited a driver, I would have to go out on the road with them for at least a week or two so that they felt comfortable being out there. Because, you know, driving out on the road, it takes a specific type of individual to be able to spend 7, 14, 21 days out on the road. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a lot being put into it, but it was a wealth of experience. And like I said, I was really able to impact people's lives the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like,
what was the other business that you could have pivoted to that you didn't do? Did you want to keep that under wraps?
No, it's all good. I was actually thinking about going into general contracting because I'm a roofer.
Oh, okay.
I'm a roofer by trade.
So when you say general contracting, like all different dorm floors and everything.
Right. So because of my experience with roofing, I had enough experience where I can go and then utilize that and get a contractor's license.
Oh, okay.
I would have had to, you know, finagle some things and get some people to sign off on it. But I've worked construction and I'm a roofer like by skill set. I've roofed for about 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get into general contracting. I wanted to start my own roofing company, and then do the same thing. Give people the opportunity to come in, learn roofing, because it's not really difficult to learn. It's difficult to master. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do that, but you know,
that shit is still on the table though, because you still know it.
Yeah, it's
what other stuff you gotta do besides roofing?
Videography. This is what I want.
No. I'm talking about within the construction field.
Within construction, I know how to frame. I know how to. I'm a handyman. You know what I'm saying?
You say frame, like what's frame?
Frame walls. Like if I needed to build out a wall, you got this a certain way where you measure the wood and you stack them up so you could frame them. Because behind this sheetrock right here is a frame, and then there's the outer wall.
Most definitely. I only know that because my house getting remodeled right now. That's
go.
what I'm actually the question. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I already said that. I spent money. I could have had Poe come do this shit for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the frame, like you said, the construction stuff. I've dipped and dabbled in the construction, and like I said, I would have to have people like sign off on like, oh yeah, he spent this amount of time construction for the contractor's license.
Right.
Roofing, I'm good on roofing.
Right, you're a master in that.
I can go up there and do roofing right now, and then there's the residential side, and then there's the commercial side. So I got a year in, I say about 18 months of commercial roofing, and I got 3-4 years of residential roofing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because when you're a rebel, you gotta find ways to get it.
Most definitely.
And I was not about to sign. I had one corporate job, and it made my stomach hurt. You know?
Why? The politics?
Just everything about it. Just everything about it. The environment, the people, the how they move, their values, their ethics. It was just like, yo, you know what? This isn't a good space for my spirit.
Corporate is different.
You know what I'm
I've been in a corporate environment since '98.
Since '98?
Same company, yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's I feel like corporate is kind of sort of like it's just like dealing with people. You got snakes. You got real motherfuckers. It's just like it's everything. Everything in life is just about once you really get in touch with who you are,
Right.
you can see, oh, this person is a snake, I'm gonna stay away from this person. This person a backstab, I'm gonna stay away from this person. This person real. You mean so it's just the same, it's just like a block.
None get you.
Everything is the same thing, just in different terms. Like once you see it, you be like, I can't be around this person. But it's also a lot of like backbiting like stuff. Like so I've worked in the IT department, right?
Okay.
So I've seen stuff where as though like if they want to get rid of you, they might CC a manager or some shit. So like you sending emails to people, your manager getting CC'd on every email that you send it and you don't even know.
No, right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of little slick stuff.
That behind the back door type, and that's a regular thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that you had to, or you were being challenged to compromise yourself or your values, or did you ever feel like pushed to a certain point to do something you didn't?
No, because the thing is like I really feel like, in all honesty, I feel like people know what they can and can't do with certain people. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. Like one day, I was still working on computers at the time. I was working on like desktop computers, laptops. So somebody said, "Hey, can you come down to my office and work on a laptop for a new user?" I'm like, "All right, cool." I went down to the office, and I was like, "Hey, can I work on this?" I stepped inside the office. They start covering all their papers. Like, "Hey, you're in the HR department. You're in the HR building. You cannot come in here without me telling you." So I stepped outside of the office and I said, "Okay, I'll be back." I came back maybe like, this is 10 a.m. when they said this to me. I came back like 2 p.m., right? And give them some time to cool down. So when I came back, she was like, did I tell you, why you take so long? Did I tell you that? I said, hold on. I said, I want you to understand something. Like, you can't talk to me this way.
Right.
She was like, but I'm the head director of HR. I said, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the CEO. Nobody talk to me any kind of way.
Right.
I don't play these type of games, right? Like the thing is, I'm a man no matter where I'm at. Whether I'm at work, if you're the CEO, like everybody just human to me. Like your title does not move me one way or another. That's another thing I will say at work people do. People use their titles to try to throw it at you, make you feel like you this or you this. But really, I'm looking in your eyes, you're a man or you're a woman. If you real, like you can have the biggest title in the world. If you're a piece of shit, you still a piece of shit.
Nah, that's a fact.
Like none of that stuff moves me. You know what I'm saying? So like even with some of my friends, I got friends that's homeless. I got friends that make over $300,000 a year. Yeah. I mean, like, but they all have integrity. So I love them. You know what I'm saying? So like titles and different things like that, whether it's a corporate environment or even in the poetry realm, like none of that shit moves me.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like none of that shit moves me. You know what I mean? Like what's up with your soul?
Right.
What's up with your soul?
Right.
And what's up with your character?
That's the biggest thing, the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because one thing I always swore, and you know, comparing it from, you know, the corporate to being on the street and everything, a lot of people walk into that corporate environment and it has its own set of rules and it has its own feel and people move different, and I feel like that's why a lot of men don't want to be in corporate or they choose that street route.
Yeah.
And
give me an example. I know what you mean, but give me an example.
I'll tell you.
Cause I can tell you, cause I've been in there since '98, so I can tell you how to maneuver around that shit.
So just, I mean, for me, I'll tell you one thing. I remember I had the whole situation where somebody touched my hair.
Oh, I ain't with that.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah, no, with
of course not. That's why I'm not corporate anymore.
Yeah.
But you know, I've had people come in and it's like, when you come from the environment, being in the street, you talk different, you move different. But when you come into there, you feel like you're judged. And a lot of people will talk to you like you're slow or handle you in a certain type of way. And a lot of ways and a lot of times, like you don't know how to express yourself. So I'm very articulate. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm going in there and I'm talking to people, I know how to talk.
More stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
More stuff.
That even put a target on my back because I was the only black person in my office.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I seen from people like, you know, come from that street environment or just from, you know, I wouldn't even say the street, but the hood, like just that you know, environment coming into corporate. People try to talk down to them, talk dumb to them. Then they do little sneaky things behind their back. And the thing is, like when you moving and you in the streets, that whole sneaky things behind your back.
I smack the shit out
you. Like you
smack the shit out
you can't do that.
You
can't. Then they label you as the no, he's belligerent. He's the angry black man. And I've been in that situation. So when they did touch my hair, and I'm gonna get your input on that in a second. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Like they wanted me to get angry.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to get, and crazy is this white girl came in, oh my goodness, how is it? And I was like, whoa, what are you doing? It's like, no, I just wanted to, I said, no, whoa, what are you doing? Like, I need my personal space. So then, and I'm only saying that because I know people that would have been like, yo, bitch, like, what the fuck is you doing? So, you know, we brought it to, you know, I had to bring it to HR and bring it to, you know what I'm saying? And then ultimately, there was a lot of those little things. And then it got to the point where, yo, you don't fit the culture. You don't play the game. Yeah, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, and as we talk about it, you know what I'm saying, I'll tell you one more story that actually, that ever since then, that was what made my stomach hurt every single time. But I do want to know, how would you deal with that, or if you could see someone going into that corporate environment, what would you talk to them about, or would you even recommend it?
Well, the thing is, I will say I am blessed with this. When I first started going to corporate, I come from the streets to being a wild motherfucker to I had a black dude that was he mentored me.
Right.
You know what I mean, like he would tell me things to do or what not to do. Right. I give you an example. I remember one time I heard somebody talking about me behind my back. Went into street mode.
Right.
And he calmed me down and pulled me to the side and just was like, yo, you can't, you can't do that, right? One of the things I understand is like, when you're dealing with the others, you just gotta outthink them.
Right.
You gotta show them like, you can't make me play the game you want me to play. I'm gonna play this game and you gonna play my game. I'm smarter than you. When you start working in corporate and you start being around them a lot, you realize like, yo, they dumb.
Yeah,
they dumb.
I feel you.
I mean, and it gives you...
They're predictable.
Yes. Like I've had to play y'all game. Y'all not had to play the game I play. I'm from Baltimore.
That's a fact.
So like, y'all can't fuck with my thought process because I've been in treacherous areas. So any type of mind game you're gonna play, I'm gonna outthink you because I had to outthink you even to get here. I had to outthink you just to get in the building.
Nah, you're right.
So if somebody to touch my hair, one thing I understand about white people is like, especially white people never been around black people, I understand this. They're not trying to offend you, they just curious. They never been, like we are mystical people to them, right? Or we're toys to them. They something, oh, you know what? So you just gotta let them know, like, listen, hey, if somebody was trying to touch my name as well, I was just like, listen, I want you to understand that. I know you interested in this, seeing how my hair feel and stuff like that. But I want you to know I'm offended by that. I want you to know that to me feeling comfortable as a person because I would never invade your space like that. So it's just more so putting a mirror in their faces, showing them like, listen, this is how you look doing this to me.
Right.
This is how you make me feel doing this to me.
Right.
And once you do that a couple times, and another thing, one most important thing, I don't play with them at work. Because when you play with them at work, they feel comfortable. I don't want you to feel comfortable. I want you to realize you're around a lion that might strike at any given time. I want you to know that. So I don't play with you.
Dangerous.
Because what they do is they play with you, right? Just to see where you at.
Right.
Then the next time the joke was a little farther. Then the next time the joke a little. Then they saying some shit that make you be like, why the fuck they saying this to me? So they play little games so you like once you understand like they play for the same playbook, bro. They ain't never play for the like we know they playbook and our playbook, so they can't. To me, they can't fuck with us.
Some of that would have been helpful when I was working corporate. I mean, I think in my situation, I was the only black person in not only that office but for 3 offices. You got to think I was living in northeastern Pennsylvania at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have any black mentorship, and then I came in. And now, if anybody knows anything about northeastern Pennsylvania, it's very racist.
Can I say this to you? When I say mentorship, to me, like, we wasn't using that word back in the day. This is my man.
No,
he looked out for me.
Oh, no.
I'm saying mentor. It was more so like, this is like, I talked to him earlier. This is my man. To this day, this is my man. I talked to him earlier, right?
Yeah, I feel you.
And, but it's more so like let's say, yeah. So let's say we work together, right? And I saw you doing something wrong. If I felt like you was a good dude, I'd point you to the side like, bro, you gotta move like this because this shit different here, bro. You know what I mean? I would just say that and let you take that. So he would just do like that. But it wasn't, I'm not trying to what's the word? I'm not trying to undermine what he did for me. Because he did teach me shit. But it wasn't more so a mentor. It was more so like he was just my man, looking out for me. You know what I mean? So that like a lot of times we use the word mentor, but a lot for me, like I was if you want to use the word mentor, I was mentoring niggas and I was like 17, 18, 16 years old. But it wasn't like that. We were just looking out for each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, I feel like when I was younger back then, I would have handled a lot of things the way you handled it. But people was just giving me game, pull me to the side and say, and once I understood the game I was playing, not just that was in Baltimore, so it was all black people.
Right.
It was all black people. So it was like, but once I got down here in this environment, it still was like majority black people. But once you start being around different races of people, you just understand like, they just different, and they also inquisitive about you. They're inquisitive about your culture because really, also when you show them I'm not what society teach you I am, I'm something different than what you think I am, that make them think like, damn, I didn't even know that black people, because like you say, you're articulate. Oh, damn, I didn't know black people could articulate. I didn't know black people could be this, that, and the other. Right. And they just be curious, bro. They be curious.
No, I get you. And this is a lot of things